Welcome to the 7 influencers of fulfillment. Today, you're not only going to learn what the influencers are, but you're going to learn the one thing that will start shifting your life right now. So let's take a deep breath and dive right in. My name is Mollie Sommer. I am an ELIMP, a master practitioner of the Energy Leadership Index. I am the CEO and co-founder of UNCONFLICTED.ca, an energy leadership coach, conscious leader, and the host of Becoming Unconflicted, the podcast where we detangle the stories of the ego so that you can step into your most unconflicted life. It's not normal to be out of alignment. These are words that hit me really hard. And so before we start, I want to share a little story with you. Not so long ago, I was out of alignment. I had been living a life of shoulds, living a life completely unaware of who I was in relation to what other people thought I should be. I was unhappy. And being so far out of alignment was creating physical imbalances in my body. I was suffering from migraines. And it became so serious that one day I had to take myself to the hospital. In the ER, the nurse hooked me up to an IV and said, "Don't worry about it, honey. This is normal. I see it all the time." My friend, that woke me up. My entire inside screamed at me, "This is not normal." Living 1% out of your life today will take you miles off course from where you're meant to be a year from now, 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. So starting to change even 1% today is going to bring you back on track. It took you a lifetime to get to this moment. So congratulations. I want to acknowledge you for being here because it's a big step. What does feeling out of alignment look like? For me, like I said, it was those headaches. I would push them away and just ignore them and keep going. It can also look like anxiety or depression, insomnia, hormonal imbalances, boredom, toxic relationships, obesity, repeating toxic patterns or patterns that aren't serving you, the feeling of hopelessness and fear, worry. It can show up as any kind of physical illness, both acute and chronic. Your life is screaming at you, just like mine was, to wake up. Life is supposed to be magical, and that is achievable for all of us. So what are the influencers of fulfillment? Well, connection to purpose, alignment with vision, values, and goals, fulfillment of your desires, creating balance in all areas of your life, anticipation, daily practices, and your success formula. Because this is your life and there's no right or wrong. What works for you may not work for other people, and that's okay. So today we're going to go through all of these before we find the one thing that you can do today. Before we get started, make sure you've downloaded the PDF workbook so that you can follow along and work through your answers so that you can get the most out of this experience. What is your purpose? We're all here for a purpose. You are 1 in 7 billion people, which means that you are unique. You are special. So what do you want to be remembered for? The fastest way to understand your purpose is to come into alignment with who you are and what you're passionate about. So, what 3 things do you want most out of life? What 3 things do you want to experience in this life? And what 3 things make you unique? Only you are going to be able to answer these questions. Once we look at your purpose, let's start creating a vision. So, what is your perfect day? Take a moment here to pause the video and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to envision your perfect day. Whatever it is that comes to you, just let all the things that you have to get done today go. Let go of your to-do lists and allow yourself to really dream, just like you did when you were a kid. Imagine yourself getting up in that morning. How does it feel? What are you going to do in your perfect day? Who are you going to spend your perfect day with? Where are you? How do you feel in your body? How do you feel physically? How much fun are you having? How are you interacting with others around you? What are you thinking about? And how confident are you? Bring as much detail as possible into your vision. Allow yourself to feel it in your senses. What do you smell on your perfect day? What do you feel in your perfect day? What do you hear in your perfect day? The more detailed you can create your vision, the more clear you can become, the easier you can create it. Next, let's look at your values. Who are you and who do you want to be? What are the values that you want to live by? Your values are the principles that show up in your life every day. They're the product of your experiences. And when you live in a place of honoring these values, your life flows. Your values shift as you align with your purpose. But the more aligned you come, the happier and more fulfilled you will feel. Now, we all move towards our dreams. We all move towards our achievements and our goals for different reasons. Understanding what drives you will support you in fulfilling your desires. So, what's in it for you? Ask yourself, what's in it for me? Am I doing this for money, fame, sex, power, love, peace? There is no right or wrong here. Releasing the judgment and being really honest with yourself. Remembering that drivers can also be negatively based. So if you want to avoid something like the loss of control, or you want to avoid feeling fear, your drivers will be to do anything to avoid that. These can be very powerful, but more likely than not, they aren't sustainable over long term. So focus on bringing a driver into your life that is positively driven. Now, we all have goals. Goals are amazing, things to work towards. So if you could do anything, what would it be? Anything at all. Why do you work where you do? What do you hope to accomplish in your role, in any role? Look at it from multiple perspectives. And then ask yourself, when you achieve this, what will you have or know that you currently don't have or know? Creating balance is next. I used to believe that balance was like a justice scale. When you focused on one, the other one suffered. But now, balance is more like an ecosystem, where when one area thrives, when one area is prime and fulfilled, the other areas are also feeling the resonance of that. So what areas in your life are not getting as much attention as you'd like? And by making the choices you're making about where you're focusing your efforts, which of your values is in alignment? And which of your values are out of alignment? And finally, how can we bring that back into balance and alignment? Next, we move into anticipation. And I love this one. When was the last time you felt like a kid on Christmas Eve? Having something to look forward to is just as important as the event itself. But remember that anticipation and living in the future are two different things. To anticipate and be present is what allows you to enjoy the journey. Whereas when you project yourself into the future, you aren't experiencing the present moment. So ask yourself, what is it you're looking forward to in the near future? What is it you're looking forward to in the long term? These will help you become clearer on your goals. Staying in the present will help you enjoy getting there. Daily practices. Daily practices are individual, but they are the foundation for your day-to-day enjoyment. They set you up to feel good. They set you up to feel present. They set you up to enjoy the process as you move into achieving your goals. They can be things like daily movement, nutrition, cooking, meditation or journaling, affirmations if you're trying to change how you think, and reading to always expand your knowledge and awareness. Finally, the seventh influencer is your success formula. Because there is no right or wrong way. Only you know what fulfillment feels like from your perspective. Nobody can tell you what that is. So understanding the influencers and then taking from each one to build your life, trying them on, is what will bring that sense of fulfillment into your life. But before we start all that, let's move into the one thing that's going to change everything. It's awareness. What the future holds for you depends on your consciousness now. Eckhart Tolle says that. Another way of looking at it is You don't know what you don't know. And so becoming more aware, understanding yourself is the first step to creating a life of fulfillment and joy and passion and all of those things that you want to achieve. So why is awareness so important? Your thoughts create your emotions, which then create your actions. The thoughts, whether they are positive or negative, have an impact on your body. And how that feels is going to create actions. Some may be big, some may be small. Or they're going to create stagnancy, avoidance. You may isolate yourself. You may hide. All of these actions, even not taking an action, is still created from a thought and an emotion. So building awareness to support yourself will help you create more action, more movement, faster and faster and faster, so that you can move into your desires. So how do you build awareness? Well, just like your daily practices, there's many ways of doing this. Meditation, journaling, self-reflecting, which can be done at the kitchen sink or in the bathroom or in bed or with your family, wherever. Coaching, therapy, self-coaching, learning from books. There is no wrong way. What's important is creating a system that supports you. Which brings us into the 7 levels of energy. This tool changed my life. It's by far the most powerful tool of awareness that I've ever come across. And it was developed by Bruce D. Schneider and the IPEC Institute, which is the Institute for Professional Excellence in Coaching. It takes something as intangible as perception and creates a tangible profile so that you can understand yourself easily. And with this awareness comes choice. And with choice comes freedom. And with freedom comes fulfillment. I believe that what we're truly seeking is freedom. Freedom from conflict, from judgment, from fear. Coming into a place where you're in balance with mind, body, and soul, so that you can create the life of abundance. I believe that's what life is all about. And the normal that has been created, the normal that is to be out of alignment, isn't really what life is all about. So the 7 levels of energy are a way of understanding your consciousness and how you move through your energy in any given moment. There's 2 kinds of energy, and we'll speak to those in a moment. But the base level, the lowest level, is defeat. The core perspective is I lose. It's victim mindset. The core sentiments are things like anxiety and loneliness, sadness, fear, indecision, and regret. This is where it feels heavy. There's not a lot of movement from this place. This is where a lot of scary things can happen. As you move up, you move into conflict. The core perspective is I win, you lose. It's a lot of protection, a lot of defense, anger, and blame. My first teacher always used to say, when you're pointing blame at someone else, you have to look at yourself 3 times before you blame someone else, because it always starts from here. He used to always tell me, you don't have a problem, you are the problem. And he's right, because everything starts from here. Next, we move into level 3, which is responsibility. As I win first, then you can win. We have forgiveness, relief, and tolerance here. Planning and problem solving is in this conscious state. And we move into concern, which is because I win, you win. This is kindness and generosity, service, care, support. This is where things start to feel good. This is where things start to feel purposeful. As we move up into level 5, we create opportunity. We see opportunity. I win, you win. We all win. Acceptance, calm, confidence happens here. Opportunity and hope. Things start to feel good here. A lot of happiness. And we move into joy. We always win is the core perspective. Connection, belonging, presence, intuition, oneness, and fearlessness happen in this level. And finally, we move into pure passion, level 7. This is pure consciousness. What is winning anyways? Total non-judgment and detached involvement, meaning you can see it happen, understand what's happening, and choose how you want to react. This is love, unconditional love, freedom, passion, and pure genius. All of us have all of these levels of consciousness. None of us stay in one level of consciousness at all times. It's an ebb and flow of consciousness. Now, there's 2 types of energy. There's anabolic energy, which is that great feel-good energy. It builds you up. It heals you. It feels good. It grows. It creates. It fulfills. It's passion and purpose. And then there's that catabolic energy, which doesn't feel good. It detracts. It limits. It isolates. It forces us. It hurts our body. This is where depression and anxiety live. Fear. Again, there is no right or wrong, good or bad here. It's just energy. It can't hurt you. What hurts is when it gets stuck. But you can always move energy. Through this understanding of energy, you can manipulate or create your vibration. The higher you move into the higher levels, the higher the vibration. You move into non-judgment. This is your higher self. And as you go back down, you move further and further into ego, into those low vibrations. In those low vibrations, it's hard to move. It's understandable because it hurts your body. Over time, you stop making good choices. But when you're aware of it, you can choose to move out of it. You can take responsibility. You can accept. The deeper your awareness, the more options you have. So I'll ask you again, what's in it for you? You remember your top 3 drivers? How is your level of consciousness blocking you from achieving your goals? And how does being the leader of your life allow you to achieve what's important to you? The choice is ultimately yours. You can choose to react to your world, or you can choose to create your world. How do you see the circumstances of your life? How do you overcome your triggers? And how do you want to lead your life? This is an example of the ELI. And like I said, this is an incredible tool to take the intangible and make it tangible. This is a measure of fulfillment. This client in April of 2020 had an average resonating level, which is your average over everything, stress and good, of 3.84. Pretty good, right? Not bad. 6 months later, in November of 2020, even in a pandemic with all the things going on, she was able to increase her average resonating level to a 4.17. The average resonating level is in a direct reflection to the level of fulfillment felt in your career, in your relationships, in your financial success. This woman took herself from 3.84 to 4.17. Amazing. Reaching fulfillment through awareness, understanding that your thoughts create your emotions, which create your actions, and building that success formula that works for you through daily practice. Daily practice compounds over time. So it takes you from where you are today and stacks up and creates the life that you want. Only you are the leader of your life. Only you. How do you want to lead it? How do you want to live it? How do you want to experience this life? My friend, becoming unconflicted is a process. Just like I said at the beginning, it took your entire life to get to this moment. But you have your entire life after this moment. And what you do right now will determine what happens a year from now or 5 years from now. The choices you make in this moment will either set you on a new path or create the same of what you've experienced to this moment now. You can find out more about becoming unconflicted, about living your most unconflicted life at unconflicted.ca. Because like I said, there isn't just one way. If you are interested in the ELI and taking the assessment with a 90-minute debrief, the regular price is $249. But if you book your ELI using the code FULLFILLMENT, you'll get $100 off. And that is an incredibly powerful tool to get you started towards dreams and amazing things. You can book your ELI and debrief at bit.ly/unconflicted ELI. If you're interested in taking the next step, Becoming Unconflicted is a powerful 90-day program where you will uncover your purpose, create a detailed vision, align with your values, and set your goals. You will connect to those deep, deep drivers, and you'll build the daily practices through journaling and action. You'll have 6 one-on-one coaching calls with me to up-level and accelerate yourself. You'll have 2 ELI and debriefs so that you can see how you've changed over the 90 days. You'll have support and partnership and community because you're never alone. There is always someone walking beside you, whether you're aware of it or not. My friend, I want to surround you with love and support. I want to set you up for success before you even get going. And if you sign up in this 90-day program, you'll also get a bonus, which is a meditation course to create a deeper sense of awareness, where you'll dive into breath work, experiences the senses, body scan, becoming the observer of your thoughts, and much, much more. To find out more about this incredible program, you can book your connection call at bit.ly/unconflicted connection and start taking the big steps towards creating a life of fulfillment for yourself. So thank you for being here, my beautiful friend. And because I love giving away things, I want to give you another gift because you deserve it. So tomorrow in your inbox, I'm going to send you an incredible meditation. I love meditations. So that you can start on building a deeper sense of awareness for yourself. So look for that, and we'll have a beautiful day, because that's what today is. We'll see you later, my friend. Bye now.